So, picking right up where we left off last time, let's go into talking about flying AMSs. Most of you will probably see at least one vehicle parked on top of an airpad. So why don't we stick an AMS up there? You can deploy an AMS on top of airpads, and people can't spawn there. So what's useful about this? 2 words, my friend. Air towers. As all of you know, it's much easier to take a tower from the top down than the bottom up. That's why droppers are such a large threat. Now, if you can spawn on top of the tower, that's even better. But then again, the amount of training, time, and practice in order to nail the pad just right so the AMS doesn't decon, because there's a very fine area where it can do it. It really doesn't make this practical. It's just much easier for any cloaker with a surge and a pair of balls to run to the top of the tower with a router pad than it is to try to pull this off. So why do we call this flying? It's because we're not done yet, that's why, so shut up. A while back, I had the idea that someone could repair a galaxy midair if they were on its back. It can be done. I have no idea why I had the idea. I'm crazy about galaxies. Still am, but that's neither here nor there. That's in the PS. This concept eventually evolved into a small squad sitting on the back of a galaxy, sniping with lancers. Turin Bar still holds the record with 1 killed while doing this. So galaxies are large, solid objects in relation to other smaller objects. This came about before vehicles clipped through each other when ejected from lodestars. So we went about landing an AMS in the back of a galaxy midair and deploying it. Success! It's nifty beyond all reason, but can it be used? Well, about this time, there was a bug with AMS spawning. They just stopped having people spawn in the tubes AMSs used to have and made an area around them. This caused a bug, but it was very nice because I no longer had to shank my way to freedom through 30 friendlies every time I wanted to spawn. To summarize a more lengthy description of what this bug entailed, when you spawned in an AMS, you always spawned at ground level, even if ground level was technically in a tree. So, when you spawned from a flying AMS, theoretically you should spawn at ground level. So, on top of the base, or on top of the ground, or on top of the trees. So you have a flying AMS over a base, and you can spawn the roof. But while the AMS is cloaked, it's still vulnerable to fire, and not to mention it's hard to do this unnoticed / impossible to do this unnoticed. So how do we attempt to fix this? Well, being the ingenious slobs that we were, we tried the idea, hey, we can do this underground! Well, we attempted to do it, but turns out underground physics is different from above ground physics, so it sadly didn't work. But then again, we only tried it once and it sank, so it may have worked if we tried it again elsewhere. But oh well, you can't do it anymore. The current status of this bug is that it's mostly fixed. They made it so the AMS must be totally on the ground to deploy, but you can still make it fly if you drop it on the back of a landed gal and deploy it there, because it's still within range of the full field of cloak. And you can't see the horrible, poor job they did on the bottom of the cloak bubble where it just cuts off. This isn't very high off the ground, but it's still airborne, and that's all that matters. Anyway, the overall lesson from this experience taught us was that if you deploy a vehicle, no matter where it is, it will stay stuck there. Well, that wraps up this video. Join us next time for...
Oh, crap! Yes! Crashed, hell yeah! Yeah, I crashed! Nice. Holy crap!